everyone, and welcome back to Kristen & Co. I'm Kristen, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my winter skincare routine for rosacea. Now, the lighting in my bathroom is terrible because I live in a 1970s house that we are still renovating. So our bathrooms have no ventilation, no windows, bad lighting. So I'm filming in my daughter's nursery, hence the crib and baby stuff in the background. Now, I've come a long way since my flare-up first started. If you think this looks bad, check out my previous video from back in March. Also, coincidentally, when the pandemic hit, there was a lot of stress. I was pregnant with my third child, hormones were raging, I have 2 other kids. Everything was a trigger at that time, so I'm not surprised that my skin reacted the way it did. But over the course of the last several months, I've had a baby, we've adjusted to life in the pandemic, and I have found some really great skincare products to help manage my rosacea symptoms, and I want to share those with you today. But first, before I jump into all of the products I use, I want to say a quick thank you to Teami. They have agreed to sponsor today's video, and I am so excited to show you the face mask that I have been using from them. Teami's purpose is to help their customers live a happier, healthier life, and it's truly reflected in all of the products on their website. They sell tea, natural skincare, wellness powders like protein powders, and immune boosting beverages. They also have really cute accessories and tumblers that you can brew your teas and mix your wellness powders in. When Teami first reached out to me for a collaboration, I was really excited about it because I had actually had my eye on their green tea detox mask for quite some time. So I pitched them asking if I could do a video about it for you guys. Luckily they said yes, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys more about it because I am obsessed with these skincare ingredients, and I'm really going to do a deep dive in today's video with all of the products I'm going to show you about the ingredients, why they're good for rosacea, as well as a few ingredients that you should avoid in your skincare products if you have rosacea. I also want to add that if you're interested in trying Teami's green tea facial detox mask or any of their other products, definitely use KCO15 for 15% off your purchase at checkout. I'll leave all of the information in the description box below. I have some other discount codes as well that you can use to save an additional 20% off. They've also got a lot of holiday deals going on, so if you're not already, check me out on Instagram. I'll be posting updates there as well. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so this first product I'm going to talk to you guys about, I am sure you have seen this everywhere, and there's a good reason for it. This stuff is like the holy grail facial cleanser for people with rosacea. Everyone's rosacea is different. Everybody has different triggers, they have different underlying symptoms and reasons for why they developed rosacea. But a majority of people I've talked to, including myself, this is a ride or die skincare product. This is because it has 3 essential ceramides. Ceramides are so important for your skin. They help restore your skin's natural barrier. They help it to retain moisture, which if you have rosacea, dryness is something that you really struggle with. And in the winter months, that's gonna make it even worse. The ceramides in this formula are really gonna help to keep your skin hydrated and retain that moisture so that you can have a nice, healthy skin barrier. It also has hyaluronic acid. Now, this ingredient is a hit or miss. Lots of people with rosacea love it because, again, it helps retain all of that moisture. Some people find it to be irritating. What I have found is if it is lower on the ingredient list, like in the middle somewhere, you probably won't react to it as much. And this goes for any skincare ingredients. So there are different types of alcohols that you will find in lots of different skincare products. Some are really great for retaining moisture, and some are actually very drying. They're astringents, which is good for acne-prone skin, but not for rosacea. If you want information on skincare ingredients to include in your routine or skincare ingredients to avoid, I have 2 really great blog posts about it. I will leave those links in the description as well if you want to check it out. Screen cap it, take it with you so that you know what to look for when you're shopping for your ingredients. So back to this cleanser, what I use it for. I use it morning and evening. I use it in the morning when I wake up. I waited a little bit today because I'm filming this video for you guys. And all I do, and you can either wet your face and then apply this, or you can just put it straight onto dry skin. I usually wet my face with some lukewarm water and apply it. Ooh. but I use about this much and I just rub it all over my face. And you're gonna see my skin get very, very red because I've mentioned this in all my other videos. My rosacea is very sensitive to touch. It's a trigger, which is why exfoliators are a huge no-no for me and most people with rosacea. Once you get that worked in and you feel like you've gotten all the cracks and crevices and nooks and crannies, you can either rinse your face with warm water, which is what I usually do, or you can do what I'm about to do right now for the purpose of this video. You can take a washcloth and you can gently take it off of your face. I use baby washcloths. I have 3 kids and I use their washcloths not just for bathing them but for use on my face. There's like a rough microfiber side, but there's the really soft smooth side. That's what I use for taking makeup off, or in this case taking the cleanser off. And you just gently wipe it off. Ah, squeaky clean. Okay. So I've cleansed my face. The next thing I typically do is I apply a medicated topical lotion that I've gotten from my dermatologist. I use the Clindamycin Phosphate Topical Lotion. I use this in the morning. Today, however, I'm not gonna put that on just yet because I wanna show you guys the green tea detox mask. I typically would do that in the evenings, but for the purpose of this video, using daylight and lighting and all of that good stuff, I'm gonna do it right now in the morning. But usually I will do a face mask once a week and I will do it in the evening before bed and then follow up with my topical lotion from my dermatologist. But I just wanted to make that quick note that I typically, after cleansing my face, I will use this one. The Clindamycin Phosphate Topical Lotion is an antibiotic topical, and I'm using it because I'm breastfeeding my daughter right now, and so there's not a lot out there that I can use for my rosacea, but this one is safe. All right, so for the Teami Green Tea Detox Mask, I'm gonna show you guys how it works right now. On the instructions, it says you can apply with your fingertips. You can do that if you'd like. I personally do not use fingertips with any type of jar product, whether it's cosmetic or skincare, because even if you wash your hands, you've got bacteria under your fingernails, all over your hands. And every time you dip your hands into your products, you are depositing that bacteria into your skincare where it can grow and multiply. It will lessen the shelf life of your product. It will also make skin problems like acne and rosacea worse. So just don't stick your fingers in there. That is my recommendation. Teami was very gracious. I have my own applicators for stuff like this, but they sent me theirs. So I'm gonna use it and I really enjoy it because the brush isn't a true brush. It's more of like a silicone, it's got a silicone tip that you can use to apply the product, which is really great because those are kind of antimicrobial by nature. It's really hard for bacteria and things to like stick to that. The first step is to dampen your face just a little bit. Then with your brush, you're gonna apply a medium layer on the face and neck. I'm only gonna do my face today. And you're gonna allow it 10 to 15 minutes for the mask to dry. After it's dried, you're just gonna wash it off with water and pat the skin dry again. All right, first impressions. It's only been like a minute, but I really love the way this feels on my skin. It has a really nice cooling effect. And that is because of the green tea in it. I love green tea. If you have not heard of using green tea for rosacea, definitely look for it in all of your skincare. Green tea has really great antioxidants and skincare properties. And what I love about Teami's detox mask is they don't have it in there just once, but twice. They have it in the form of matcha green tea and also a green tea lemongrass botanical essence. This also has sweet almond oil in it, which is really great for moisturizing and has anti-inflammatory properties as well. If you know certain oils are okay with your skin, definitely look for them. Even though I know those oils are good for my skin, I like that they're in the middle of the ingredients list because that means the concentration isn't going to be as high, isn't going to be as potent, because the stronger the concentration, the more irritating it likely will be for your skin. The very first ingredient is aloe. Aloe is incredibly soothing, especially for, you know, burns, and with rosacea we have a lot of burning and itching. This is great for that. The next two ingredients are the Bentonite Clay and the Kaolin Clay. Not sure if I said that right, and I'm gonna have to stop talking to y'all in a minute because I feel the mask getting tighter. But those are the two most gentle clays out on the market. They're really hydrating clays. I mean, I know this is a detox, and so it's pulling all of those impurities out, so there will be a drying effect, but they are not as drying and harsh as all the other clays on the market. It should not irritate your rosacea. Like I said, always patch test and always consult with a dermatologist if you have any questions about any products in any of your ingredients. Don't just take my word for it, because I'm not a dermatologist. All right, so I'm going to just let this sit on my face for a few more minutes because it's getting harder to talk because it's all drying. And then I'm gonna wash it off and move on with the rest of my skincare routine. Okay, so I just took the mask off and my skin feels awesome. It is so smooth now. Yeah, and my rosacea, I mean, my skin does look a little bit redder and pinkish right now, but that's only because I was just using that baby cloth and some warm water. Sorry, I had hair in my mouth. I did have to go to my bathroom to like really rinse it off because it's clay, and so I would have just been sitting here for forever like wiping this off on camera, and so I went and I took it off in the bathroom really quick, and yeah, oh, my skin feels silky smooth. It doesn't feel irritated, which is key. Usually when I know a product isn't gonna work, it's pretty immediate, like I'll feel a tingly or itchy or burning sensation. Not the case with this mask. I love it. Yeah, and as you can see, it removed a lot of like the dead skin cells that like kind of build up in these problem spots. Love it. So now I'm gonna go in with my Clindamycin Phosphate Topical Lotion. So far, this has been really helpful for my skin, just for the acne side of things. It kills all of the bacteria and helps keep the rosacea from spreading. All right, this next product that I'm gonna use is actually what I use in the evening. I don't use this as part of my morning skincare, but it kind of flows the same because I do use this in the evening. And then I follow it up with the CeraVe, the facial moisturizing lotion. But make sure you get the one that says PM, because even though CeraVe has a lot of great products that are safe and gentle for rosacea, their AM facial moisturizing lotion, it has chemical sunscreens in it. You don't want the chemical sunscreens. Those are really bad, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But I usually use this at night, but I'm gonna use it right now because I just used the face mask, which I typically do at night. But since I did it in the morning with you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put this moisturizer on right now. Even though those clays are very hydrating and gentle, they do tend to still like pull moisture out. Clindamycin lotion is not a hydrating lotion, it's just a medicated lotion to help with my acne. So I'm gonna put a little bit of moisture back in with my CeraVe PM facial moisturizing lotion. And I just use a little bit like this. Sorry, my camera is not focusing very well today. And I just put it all over. It feels so nice after that mask because my skin is literally just like drinking it up. And it's very cooling. It feels very calming. Their lotion has never made my skin burn or itch or anything like that. These spots here are hurting a little bit, but that's because the mask did its job and it pulled a bunch of stuff out of them, and so they're a little raw because they drained. Let this dry, let it sink in. The next thing I use is Angelo Naturals CC Color Plus Correct Sheer Nude. This is an SPF 30. It's not makeup, but it does have like a tint to it to kind of like take the edge off of the redness. I love that the active ingredient is zinc oxide. That's the sunscreen. You want to try to avoid all of the chemical sunscreens because those actually will create problems for your rosacea, because how they work are once the UV rays from the sun hit your face, it reacts with those chemicals and it turns it into heat, which is a harmless byproduct. But heat for rosacea is a big no-no. It's a huge trigger. It makes flushing worse. It makes redness worse. And that's also why our skin tends to feel like this burning sensation when you use those other chemical sunscreens. So I'm just gonna take a very, very, very small amount. You don't need much with this stuff. And I just dab it in all those spots. Wow. And after using my mask, this stuff goes on so much smoother. You know, like whenever you need to exfoliate, you just like feel that buildup of dead skin cells, and then when you're putting sunscreen or makeup on, it almost like they all kind of like flake up and it feels gritty and gross all across your skin. I don't feel that right now, which is amazing. Love it. And like I said, this stuff, even though it is got a tint to it, it doesn't actually wear like makeup. It just has a very little bit of tint. All right, now I feel fresh and protected from the sun and ready for the day. All right, and so for a quick recap, AM cleanse, followed by treatment, followed by protection. Cleanser, treatment, sunscreen. In the evening, cleanse, moisturize. Once a week or every 2 weeks, a mask. And the last thing is cilantro. This thing has been circulating the web for quite some time now as like a miracle drug for people with rosacea. It's ivermectin, which is also horse paste. So if you've seen a lot of people saying like, horse paste cured my rosacea, it probably did, but don't use horse paste. Get a prescription for cilantro because this is actually formulated for your skin. What it does is it kills mites. And I know that sounds so gross, but there's a lot of research that shows people with rosacea have these little tiny mites all over their skin. And it's the mites that you would find on anybody else's skin, but for us, we have allergic reactions to those mites. It irritates our skin, it causes these acne-like bumps. It's a big no-no for us. The cilantro will kill those mites, and I've only been using cilantro for almost 2 months now, and it is great. Like, my skin texture is awesome. I've been noticing like the redness diminishing a lot. The first month my skin did get worse, but now it is steadily getting better. So that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a long one, so if you stuck around this time, thank you so much for watching. I will leave all of the information about all of the products I talked about, all the things about ingredients, what you should look for, what you should avoid, all of that good stuff. All of it is going to be in the description box below. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if there are any other skincare products that you use and swear by. I want to know. Everybody else wants to know. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!